Hi BookTube, I'm here with the New York Times by the book tag. This was started by Marie Berg, so I'll link the original video down below, and let's just get right into it. Question 1, what book is on your nightstand now? It actually mostly just ends up on the pillow beside me, rather than the nightstand. It doesn't get that far before I fall asleep. So this is The Winter Family by Clifford Jackman. This is a Western. It takes place during the Civil War, and we're following the bad guys who get a lot of joy out of violence and murder and chaos, and it's really entertaining. Question 2. What was the last truly great book you read? Anita Rao Bidami's The Hero's Walk. This was from Canada Reads. I'm hosting a giveaway, link in the description box. It's about an Indian family who takes in their Canadian granddaughter after she's been orphaned, and it's a wonderful, wonderfully written and a wonderfully told story. Question 3. If you could meet any author, dead or alive, who would it be and what would you want to know? I would like to meet Shel Silverstein, and if you only know him from his children's poetry, do yourself a favor, Google some of his adult poems, go to YouTube and listen to some of the music that he's written. He wrote A Boy Named Sue by Johnny Cash. He wrote some songs for Dr. Hook. He did perform some songs himself. I'll try and link a few in the description bar and some links to his adult poetry as well. And what would I want to know? I'd just like to have a coffee with him or something and let him decide where the conversation goes, because he seems like such an interesting person. Number 4, what would we be surprised to find on your shelves? I don't think you'd be surprised to find anything, really. I read everything here and there, so I'm going to take this question in a different route and say I'm surprised this book even exists. And this is a pop-up version of Canada Reads of Kubla Khan, by the poem by Coleridge, and it's done by Nick Bantock, who's like an artist I really like anyways. So it's really kind of weird pop-up type stuff done to the poem. Yeah, there's different stuff there. So I'm surprised that books even exist, and that's why you'd be surprised to find it on my shelf. Question 5, how do I organize my library? Well, right now it's not organized at all. You can kind of see up in the corner over here that there's some books. There's books lying on the floor and on chairs over here. I have a pile of books in front of me right now, and I'm going to get around to it. So I'll be organizing fiction just by author, not by genre, and nonfiction by topic, and that's just keep it simple. Number 6, what's a book that you have meant to read but haven't read yet? What book are you embarrassed to admit you haven't read yet? I'm not embarrassed to admit I haven't read anything. My TBR is infinite, so I'm going to get around to reading it eventually. Yeah, I'm not embarrassed not to have read anything, because I have read a lot. So, number 7, disappointing, overrated, just not good. What book did you feel you were supposed to like but didn't? Do you remember the last book that you set down without finishing? And that would be Birdie. I thought I was supposed to like this book. I was really excited. It's about an Aboriginal woman who, they say she goes on a vision quest in here, but I was really incredibly disappointed, and I don't feel like talking about it anymore. Last book I DNF'd was that same book. I stopped 20 pages from the end, but still considered it read because I'm not going to get back the time I wasted on it. Question 8. What type of stories are you drawn to, and what do you stay clear of? I'm really drawn to books that are experimental, especially in their formatting. I don't always like them. I'm really drawn to like postmodern literature and fantasy and science fiction as well. And the books that I stay clear of are kind of romance stories. That's their central plot, like that's what they're about. I don't understand. They're corny, they're horrible. That's my opinion though. Question 9. If you could require the president to read one book, what would it be? In my case, it'd be the Prime Minister. I think he's pretty well read, but I'm going to suggest that he reads Injustice: Gods Among Us. It's a comic series, DC, Batman versus Superman, really, and the whole DC universe is involved, but it really talks about questions of what lengths are you willing to go to have the kind of world that you want, and do those kind of jive together. So I think it provokes a lot of questions in regards to politics and ethics. Number 10, what do you plan to read next? And that is going to be Catch-22 by Joseph Heller. This has been on my TBR for a while now, and I'm finally going to set aside the time to read it. So that's it. Yes, I'm not going to tag anyone because I'm awkward at that. So do it. Just do it! You know, the Shia LaBeouf, just do it. I'm not anything like Shia LaBeouf. I'm gonna stop talking now. Thank you for watching and have a great day.